All right, I'm calling this the struggle garden because there's so much I want to do, but again, this is my first season gardening, and I do have a spider. I don't know if it can be seen, but it's right there, and they're friends of the garden, so I do leave the spiders. Um, I got some tomatoes. This is the Sun Gold variety. I do like it. Um, but yeah, it's the struggle garden. I mean, I'm kind of behind on quite a bit of stuff. My watermelon, I had to come in here and hand pollinate. But that's it right there. I have like no melons on it except one melon that I hand pollinated the other day because what would happen is it would create quite a bit of fruit, and then this is what you get if it doesn't get pollinated. And I don't know if it's because I don't have enough pollinators. I mean, there goes a pollinator, but you kind of have to get in at the right time when the flower actually opens. But this one, I pollinated, hand pollinated myself. I've been keeping an eye on it, and I'm incredibly behind. There goes one. I got to make sure that one gets pollinated, but I'm behind on the melons. It's July, and I have like a melon the size of you know, a, a cherry tomato. Um, then I mislabeled this plant. So this is probably some determinate variety of tomatoes. I thought it was an indeterminate, but it's a determinate. So, and it needs to get watered. So this was not what I was planning on putting in here. But it's okay. I got lots of tomatoes. I'm enjoying it. I got my other fig tree down in here. I need to water things. It's incredibly dry. Like I said, I'm calling it the struggle garden. Still have not gotten this stuff out of here. These tomatoes will probably just go to the compost. Um, this is a pepper plant. It is not the year of the peppers. The peppers are really struggling this year. That's probably my best pepper. And look at it, pitiful. Um, why is it not the year of the peppers? It's just not the year of the peppers. I mean, some years you have tomatoes that are doing well, some peppers. Um, but yeah, the I have some in here that are giving me fruit. My eggplant hasn't been destroyed yet by pests in the garden, but the peppers have really struggled this year. I've had something come in here and literally just within a matter of one day do extensive damage to these plants. So I've been dealing with pests in the garden. Some of these have just really struggled to pull through. Again, lots of damage. Probably not getting quite a bit of sunlight or enough water. The basil has done really well this year. I've gotten quite a bit of basil. See, even just coming in here, this is another pepper plant. It's just really struggled. But the basil has done amazing this year. I've been drying some things. The beans have done a lot better this year than most years for me. Um, and then of course, still getting cherries off the black cherry um, berry bush. And then these are my tubers, okay, sweet potatoes. And then again, this is my indeterminate variety of sun gold tomato. And again, I'm leaving the spider where it is. There it goes. All right. I still have some greens that I kept in here under the row cover, although I really could have pulled them out by now. The Brussels sprouts are still down in here. You can see I got some knobs on them, so I might get some Brussels sprouts. And then the kale in here. And I have eaten from these, and I did add more soil to them. And then the collard. Okay. This is the front yard garden. My zinnias did make a comeback from being like their heads taken off. I'm dealing with flea beetles. So you can see, they're over here doing damage. I did buy something for them, so I just need to get it up and going. The green stalk over here. I've gotten some free food. This is a tomato that's planted itself in there. I don't even know what variety it is, but it's one of my best tomatoes. And it's a volunteer plant. It literally just planted itself in here. Yes, I'm dealing with a flea beetle situation. I bought some stuff to treat them. They're kind of everywhere. They've done extensive damage. See, done extensive damage to my strawberries. They just eat the leaves and stuff. But I've gotten some stuff for them. So, again, these are my tomato varieties. And the indeterminate, so they can get pretty big. This is my labelings, but the Tom Paul and the Tom Hugh tomatoes, I think one is yellow and one is red. Can't remember. And then, of course, my beautiful rose bushes. This is the David Austin roses. I can't remember the varieties, but I got 6 of them and I planted them in various areas. Lantana and Patience. This is a tomato variety that some friends gave me. A pepper variety that some friends gave me. Again, can't remember what they are. But yeah, this is the front garden. Holy basil. These tomatoes have really been stunted. I'm not sure exactly why. I did cut these back in hopes that these would, take off. But these are the indeterminate cherry variety. I can't remember exactly, but they're from Baker Creek. I think it's like Bumblebee or something. Again, this is not the year of the peppers. My peppers just really have struggled this year, just pests coming in there and just eating them. My chokeberries, they're here. They're like the Viking, I think. I got them from Stark Brothers, and I finally got them planted up. They're kind of struggling in the heat. Hopefully they'll pull through. I was late getting them in their own containers and up-potting them, but they do have new buds on them, and these are new leaves, new buds. This one is still kind of figuring it out, so we'll see. Again, volunteer tomato. Okay, so I just let it do its thing, so it's free food. Calendula and Patience. This is chamomile. And again, more tomatoes, more impatience. Okay, basil, another tomato plant. I think it's the same variety, the Sun Gold tomato that's in here. I started some but cucumbers in here. Not the year of the peppers. It's just not. My other fig tree that I finally got around to up potting and putting it on a bigger container. I got some herbs that I stuck in here like sage, catmint, lemon balm, stevia. This is horrible soil. It is not my soil that I use. Usually I use my own compost with mushroom compost and maybe some bag soil. I just took some bag soil and put in here, and as you can see, these plants are really struggling, and they're herbs. Like this is oregano. It's going to flower. It's yellow. It looks pitiful. So I don't know. I'm not sure. These I did not use the same soil, and they're looking a whole lot better. It's just a huge disappointment, the kind of stuff that they sell in the stores, because you really have to heavily amend them because they really don't have much nutrients in them. So won't be using that bag of potting mix anytime soon. It's the yellow. It's actually, let me show you which variety of bag that I use. So this is the bag that I used. Again, won't be using it again next year. This bag mix of potting mix. I did not know that this jasmine bush would give me a second round of flowers. They smell so beautiful. Speaking of flowers, the previous homeowners planted up these hydrangeas. They're like anywhere between 8 to 10 feet tall. And I mean, they are stunning. Again, not entirely sure what the variety is, but they put them in such a great area where they're getting, that wonderful morning sun and evening shade, and they are just loving it. It's three of them, and so they are just absolutely stunning, these hydrangeas. And I cut them back real low in the winter time, and they've just exploded in terms of growth. So I'm really enjoying them. They're beautiful.